Okay, here's the exam one review. This is problem 12. You are asked to find dy dx. So the change in y with respect to x, the derivative of y with respect to x. Here, pay attention to the fact that it says you do not need to simplify. So some of those more complicated ones we're just going to leave. So for a, y prime, we're going to use that power rule. So our 3 is going to come out front, times 12 to the x, and then our exponent is reduced by 1. Same thing here, 2 times 5 to the x squared minus 1, and then the derivative of a constant is always 0, so we're not worried about the minus 8. I have y prime equals 36 x squared plus 10x. B, we need to use the product rule. And so if I let f of x be my 1 plus x to the third, my derivative of f of x is 3x squared. And if I let my g of x be 3 minus the square root of x, which I'm going to write as x to the 1/2, my g prime of x, sorry, that's a single prime, is negative 1/2, and then x to the negative 1/2. So that square root of x is going to go in the denominator. And so y prime here is f of x times g prime of x plus g of x times f prime of x. My f of x, y prime, is 1 plus x to the third. G prime of x is negative 1 over 2 times the square root of x, plus g of x, 3 minus the square root of x, times f prime of x, which is 3x squared. And that's it. Let me highlight answers here. Last one here, we are going to use the quotient rule. I am going to make u of x my numerator, x cubed plus 5x minus 1. U prime of x is then 3x squared plus 5. Make my denominator v of x. I got x squared times 1 plus x to the 4th. Notice this is a product. So v prime of x is the first times the derivative of the second plus the second times the derivative of the first. Okay. Quotient rule is r low, d high, minus high, d low, derivative of the denominator, over the denominator squared. So I've got x squared, there's my denominator, times 1 plus x to the 4th, times the derivative of my numerator, which is 3x squared plus 5, minus the numerator, and I need more room, so y prime here, minus the numerator, which is that x to the third plus 5x minus 1, times the derivative of the denominator, which is this whole x squared plus 4x to the third. We're going to call that 4x to the 5th, plus 2x plus 2x to the 5th. Which I could have combined the x to the 5ths over my denominator, x squared, times 1 plus x to the fourth, all squared.